plan on bombing and shit, I had to hire the real police.
Yeah. Hey, Pharaoh, I'm glad.
I said I don't know if it was you. I ain't say it was you.
Right. Let me ask you this, Pharaoh. You lied on me a few times, man. When you did your interview, I saw, and I have never lied on you. Can you mute your mic for 1 minute?
Yeah, please tell me what I lied on you about.
I'm gonna tell you right now. When you first came to my house, you said on the video that I had Nature Boy come there to meet you when you know I never even met Nature Boy. I met him the same time he came with you. In fact, he rode with you. And you said that I brought him there. I called him and he came up the stairs with you. I looked downstairs and called him up. Brother, I never did that. He came with you, Pharaoh. I met him the same day. I thought that was your homeboy.
Now let me say this to you.
Go ahead.
I don't recall saying that. I don't recall saying that you told Nate or Nature Boy was already there or whatever you just said. To my knowledge, like I said, I was drugged. I've told this story a lot of times. I was drugged. I'm just now telling it again after being drugged, but I ain't making no excuses. But to my knowledge, this is the way I always tell it. Nature Boy came to New York. When I came out there, like everybody else came out there, I told everybody I never told him to start recording when I was doing that radio interview. When I was in the car with the red shirt, we was out to eat. I went and sat in his car so that way I could be out of the restaurant because I didn't want to be in the restaurant in the middle of an interview. So I went in the car. He came in the car and started recording. And this is the same weekend that I gave that Bibles based off astrology presentation. And then I told people that you told Nature Boy he could come up. And that Nature Boy was not supposed to even be in my interview. But I never told nobody you had Nature Boy there waiting on me or no shit like that.
Yeah, on the video. It's on the video.
If I said that, I ain't mean to say that you had Nature Boy waiting on.
Yeah, but Nature Boy came with you, right? I never met Nature Boy. He don't know
Yes, Nature Boy gave me a ride for me to do the interview. And I came up to do the interview. And then you told Nature Boy he could come up. And you let him on the interview.
No, bro. That's incorrect.
So how did Nature Boy start speaking on the mic? Because I didn't tell his ass to speak on the mic.
I'm thinking that this is your man. He came in the house exactly with you and your lady at the time.
No,
we came in.
I
don't know this nigga Nature Boy.
You gave the motherfucker the mic, and that's why at the end of the interview, listen to me, at the end of the interview, remember when everybody was calling in, the callers was like, Young Pharaoh, we like you, but we don't know what's wrong with this motherfucking clown. Then remember he started screaming at the top of his lungs at the callers, and then you had to take the mic from the nigga. So my thing is, then remember on the interview, if you still got it, I kind of had to check him because he was like, we going to Costa Rica or some shit. And I'm like, nigga, I'm on parole. Like, what are you talking about?
Pharaoh, when I first met you on the phone, you told me what happened with Polite. Who's the one that got your money back from Polite? But see, you never gave me that credit.
I did. Listen, I just did an interview with Real Tune. And I said on the interview, I don't know if it was if you was the one that sent the Western Union, but and I don't know if it was his wife or who the fuck sent it, but you are the reason that somebody out of his camp, Western Union, me my money back. I did.
Yes, because I called him when I found out that he scammed you. Another thing,
you called him multiple times. You called his ass about, I'm gonna keep it a buck. You called that motherfucker before I even got down there. You called him about at least 3-4 times.
Right.
And then while I was down there,
you know why? Because I liked you as a young soldier. And so what I did was, I said, I want to bring this brother in. And so when I brought you into the House of Consciousness family, you and all of them, y'all had a little beef going on. And I was caught up in between it. All I cared about was promoting the youth. You remember when I first brought you in, I brought you up to the mic, but a lot of shit broke out. And because of my association with my brothers, you put me in that. And I always tried to keep a lot of brothers from banging on you. You know that I never made a video of you. I never
They
went
tried to
back
listen.
and
They
forth.
did that. They started
But I
that.
never made videos about you, even though they did. I stayed away from that, bro.
We never had a beef until that contract shit.
All right. The contract came because of the contract y'all did.
No.
And you ain't telling that.
No.
I still got that contract.
I did it after, so I did my contract after you did not keep your word.
Now check guess what? You might not believe this, but I got my man. I never wrote the contract. It was a brother that wrote a contract for me, and he sent it out before I even looked at the contract. I even went over it and said that. And I was like, why would you? You know,
that may have been the cause. I'm not saying that it wasn't may not have been the cause, but that is me hearing this now. But from my point of view, years ago at this point in time, you would have to understand.
Bro. Everybody just went
It was a phone call. It was a phone call, and I specifically remember you saying, and I don't want to say quote, I'm gonna say paraphrase with about 80 to 90% accuracy. You said something along the lines of, I'm Sinetter, basically like I should just be happy that you put me on stage in front of the world. I remember you saying some shit like that, and then you said some shit, and then you said some, listen. Then I'm gonna tell you what you said before you respond. Then you said some shit like, "What are the people gonna say when I don't get on the stage?" or some shit like that, and I'm like, "Nigga, shit, we gonna explain to their ass why the fuck I ain't getting on this motherfucking stage." But like I said, my issue with you was because you didn't keep your word was not your fucking bond. You didn't do right by me on the contract at that time. That was my issue with you. So I'm like, hell no. And then my thing is, I know I'm jumping, and no disrespect to you because your platform was jumping, but I had my own platform jumping too. So I'm like, I know that I'm jumping. I'm bringing all of these views. I'm bringing, my name is the headliner at the time. I'm the number one if my name goes some shit right now, it's still gonna be the headliner. Like, my name is the headliner. I'm bringing all these motherfuckers over here. I ain't in your pockets, but I know you running up a bag. I'm doing free promo. I'm doing free promo. You ain't paying me for promo. This ain't no disrespect. I'm doing free promo. I'm going ham to make sure that we fill all these motherfucking seats. And then you gonna wait until we get to the finish line to do that. So I felt like, nigga, what the fuck was that? And when we already had an agreement the whole time.
Okay, so what I want to say real quick is that I've been trying to call you to talk to you. I even talked to our young sister, our Shay Devine, because I know she's in touch with you. And all I wanted to tell you, brother, was that if you accept it or not, is that if you feel any offended, I apologize to you as a man, and I'm glad I'm saying it to your face. Whether you accept it or not, at least I got that off my chest to say that to you as a man. That if anything went wrong with us in the back of the days, I apologize to you as a man, brother. That's all I want to say to you.
And with that being said, I would say as long as you ain't play a role in polite calling my goddamn parole officer trying to get me locked up.
Hell no.
I accept as long as you ain't do that, because I don't play side. I'm gonna say this right now. I tell niggas all the time, I'd rather a nigga just punch me in my face. Please don't call my parole officer. Please. Because it's like, y'all don't know what it's like. This is no disrespect if the white. Y'all don't know what it's like being in jail. And then it's like, I already know in the back of my mind the 13th Amendment say you a slave. I feel like I'm a slave. I don't got time for no white person telling me when I can eat, when I can shit. I don't like that. You feel what I'm saying?
And they know I don't like that. So that's why they all kept it away from me. So I don't know nothing about none of that, man. None of that.
But I'm going to tell you right now, Sinetter, you know what? I accept your apology because the way that I view it is we ain't killed nobody. Ain't nobody killed nobody. And I ain't bragging, but I feel like people don't really know what the fuck I go through psychologically because you ain't never killed nobody. You ain't never been able to not go to sleep for a night. You ain't never seen a ghost. So I just feel like we ain't never did nothing to each other that's unforgivable. We ain't never did nothing to each other that we got to answer for after death. So, we, no matter what, in Buddhism, they say the time is always now. So, you know what I'm saying? We got right now, you feel me, to always pick a better path for our lives. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to have unnecessary beef or unnecessary drama at all. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like, I don't have a reason not to accept your apology, especially like I said, as long as you didn't call my parole officer, which I don't believe you called my parole officer.
Never did.
I know it was polite. I know for a fact it was polite. I wouldn't accuse his ass if it wasn't. But outside of that, yeah, I don't want unnecessary conflict,
Right.
So I don't have a problem with that. And what I will say is, y'all know I used to love to get on here and chew niggas up with them. This was my thing. This shit was job. This shit was crazy till they took it crazy, till it got crazy. This shit was lit. So, it is what it is. I want to say I enjoyed coming on here, and I enjoyed the debates. I enjoyed all of the book wars, and I want people to know that this shit outside of, like I said, outside of this shit Polite started doing, the police game shit and trying to like sabotage and do little grimy shit like that. This was fun, y'all. This is for, like, I guess the fun that boxers have in the gym is like the fun that scholars had on the debate platform. So I'm not going, like I said, I'm not going to talk down,
Well, Pharaoh, let me say this to you, Pharaoh.
on
real quick.
the beginning
No,
of
it's not good.
Yo.
One thing I will say to you, Pharaoh, you gotta mute me because that shit sounds terrible, Maya. One thing I will say to you is that YouTube had a great era in our section. I can't take nothing away from Salnetta. He was the best of the best. He was the king of this shit in his section. Young Pharaoh came up with the Voltron sword.